Alright, welcome back to Haunting Ground. We are now seeing this new door in front of us, which has a very strange kind of look to it. No door, no discernible lock. But it does look like there's something that could fit into that relief there. So, we should probably check that out. At the end of this hallway, there's some debris over here. If you kick it, you get some bugs, which kind of raises your panic level, but it's really not that bad. But there's an item here. So, there you go. That's like a part of the, like a crafting aspect of this game, which I don't love. And I'm barely going to use. I might not even use it, if I'm being honest. So the cracked plate key, it says RE on it, and it's right outside of a bathroom. It doesn't take a genius to figure out. It probably says rest. Which is, convenient, because we already have a rest plate, as I did in the first video. So this unlocks a new kind of room for us. This is, I forget if this is called the rest room, which would make sense, or if it's just a washroom. If you go over to the sink, you can actually heal Fiona's, I guess her psyche, if you want to put it that way. Her status becomes restored. Your stamina and you can calm down. If you're being chased, you can't use it, which makes sense. Over here, we have 3 doors. One of them is open to us now, and obviously it can be used as a hiding spot. I don't think this is one of those, like, official ones, because it won't say, like, you know, hiding once you go in it, which is usually what happens. I always feel safe in this room, even though I don't think you technically are. It feels like a save room to me, so I always feel safe. Over here, again, like I said in the first video, if there's an area that looks like you can hide in it, you probably can. You know, use your common sense. Under a bed, in a closet, behind a door, behind shower curtains, you know. You can even use things that are in the environment, like you can, if there's like a box somewhere, you can crouch down beside the box. That I don't find works as well, but it is an option that you have. As you're gonna see, I think it is a very good idea to very often close the doors behind you. It's a good idea also to see if there's a stalker in the area with you. Like, if there's a door that you know you closed and you find it open, it's probably a good idea not to go that way. Or alternatively, later on, if there's a door you know you left open and it's closed, that's also a good indicator. So keep track of the doors when you're playing this game. You can just kick through that, but I just think it's funnier to have Fiona, like, just body check it. It's way funnier. Just this tiny little girl. I haven't mentioned it yet, but our objective right now was to just get a map of the castle. For some reason, I don't know why Fiona would need that, but now we have it. It does not just automatically get added to your map, you have to actually look at it first. Which, there's some extra steps that you have to take in this game sometimes, which is kind of weird. I also don't find the map very useful. So, I mean, it's there if you want it. And, hopefully, we can just get out of this kitchen with no problems.
Please excuse me, miss. I am Ricardo, keeper of the castle. So sorry to hear about your accident. Your parents. As Master Ugo and Mistress Ayla are both deceased, you, Miss Fiona, are the sole surviving heir of Belly Castle. Are you in pain, miss? Will you be alright? You've had a long day. Please, rest upstairs. Your bed has been prepared.
This isn't real. It's just a dream. This can't be happening to me. It can't be. Oh.
Oh, you can't just leave a dog like that out there. That's mean. As the dog lover that I am, I can't just let that dog stay out here. We gotta go help him. I don't know why, it looks like cel-shaded all of a sudden now during the, like, nighttime in this game. I don't get what that's about. But we can't just let him stay out here. A wire is bound to this poor animal. It's digging deeply into the dog's neck.
Go now, and don't get caught this time. Go.
And that's one of those things where I was talking about in the first video, where all the cutscenes just feel very otherworldly. Like, it feels like an alien made this game. Or at least specifically the cutscenes, because they're just so bizarre. So, now we should probably just head out of here. We don't really have any new items right now. But I suppose we can go look for that, like something to fit into that weird indentation in that door we saw. Now, I know I was just saying if you see a door that wasn't open before, open, don't go that way. But this is probably the one time I would suggest doing so. I don't know who opened this, or why we're even running towards it, but let's go in here. This is technically a secret cutscene. It's not one that you're, like, meant to get. But if you examine this pile of rubble here, you get like an extra cutscene. You usually want to come back here later. If I was playing this, if I wasn't like recording this and wanting to show as much of this game as I wanted to, I probably wouldn't have even come here at all. But it's not a bad idea to show this. I should make a list of like all the pots that are breakable, just so I don't waste time and possibly get someone on my tail from kicking stuff that's empty. So here's another little extra secret cutscene. If you go over to the main gate over here and examine the door, you get a little scene. So I'm not a video game character, and I'm also not very in shape, but I feel like if I was Fiona, I would find a way to scale that wall, personally. Instead of having to do everything that Fiona's going to do throughout the course of this game to get out of here, I would probably just find a way to scale that wall. I would find that box that we pushed out in front of the one door in the first video, push that all the way over there, maybe get some of that rubble, pile it up on there. You could probably figure out a way out of that area. Hey, it's that dog. So press up on the right stick and you can command Huey to attack some of the stalkers.
Thank you. You saved me. Come here. Come on, boy. What's your name? Huey? So you're Huey? Well, hi, Huey.
So now we have a little dog friend. We can give him various commands throughout the game. The real ones that we want to keep note of is up on the right stick is tell Huey to go. Down on the right stick is tell Huey to come to you. Click in the stick makes him stay. Right on the stick praises him, and if you're near him, you'll pet him, which builds up your friendship. Like, if you tell him to go do something and he does it, praise him, and it'll raise your bond with him. And then he'll be more likely to listen to you in the future. If you're telling him to do stuff and he doesn't do it, press left on the right stick, and you'll say, like, no, Huey. I don't really like to do that just because I feel bad. I don't like scolding him. But you can do it. You know, I feel empathy for this video game dog.
Go, Huey.
So the first thing we're going to want Huey to do is just grab this, this thing up on this pile of debris. Now we got a weird-looking broken marionette. And like I said, as soon as he does something like this, you want to praise him.
Huey.
As many people have pointed out, and it is incredibly obvious to anyone who's played both games, Huey is almost identical, if not exactly the same character model as the dog in Resident Evil 2 that Leon saves that helps him fight the El Gigante. Which is why I always end up calling that dog Huey. I don't know if it's intentional or not. I don't know if it was a reference, if they're just reusing character models. I don't really know what they're doing. So in here, there's a wooden box being blocked by that, or the door is being blocked by a wooden box. If you send Huey through this hole that Fiona could absolutely fit through, and then go back over here, Huey will, I don't know, move the box somehow. I mean, he's a good boy. He's a good, very good boy. But I don't know how exactly he knew to move the box.
Huey.
One thing I don't like about Huey, though, is his barks are very obnoxious. They're very low quality, and they sound like they're very muffled and like coming through a speaker or something. I don't know. I can't really describe it, but they sound bad. So if we send Huey to attack one of these guys, the one on the right specifically has an item for us. Good boy. You're such a good boy.
Good boy.
See? She knows he's a good boy. Up on top of this thing is an item that is, I would say, fairly useless. I don't use it very often. It is a ball. You can use it to play with Huey. And again, it raises your bond with him, which, again, makes him more receptive to your commands. So we're going to use this ball. Press triangle to throw it. And then he just doesn't do anything with it. If you send him after it, he'll go, like, near it, but he doesn't do anything with it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I either forget how the ball works, or it just doesn't seem to do anything. You cannot pick it back up.
Good boy.
But I find that once you get enough screens away from it, it'll just appear back in your inventory, so I don't quite know what that's about. So, we just got kind of a little primer with Huey, who's going to be our buddy for the rest of the game. He's a very good boy. Maybe the best of boys. And I think it's a unique thing to do, instead of the fact that obviously there's no combat in this game. I mean, you can kick people, but that's not very useful.
Good boy.
You know, it's interesting to be able to send your dog out to do the attacks for you. Which is also V from Devil May Cry 5, but that's another story. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.